Hey there and welcome back to another day in SnowRunner. I'm looking forward to this one because we are going to visit some military sites of military glory. You probably could not tell right away, but almost a century ago this place was busy with preparations for defense. As we are setting off to a serious expedition, why not look around and feel the team spirit? Sure thing though, off we are. I mean, this is a nice, interesting, different thing. It's not just like, oh, check out this destroyed town or something. It's just a nice military expedition, though. A little bit of sightseeing here and there. Not bad, though. Not bad. It feels completely different, though. It feels like we are visiting something historical. And technically, it is, though. Ooh, 118 liters. Well. We could probably reach it and then right over there. If not, we could just get our cat towards, or big boy here, toward Taiga. And then we will be fine too. You know what I mean? Is it that close by? Interesting. I'm not sure from which distance they pop up though, but that one feels rather close because the other one still doesn't pop up though. But if I go right, I cannot get the gasolina, the fuel. And that's going to be an issue, of course. It's a little bit too cold to push a truck around. If you kind of want to have a job, to be quickly done like this, yeah, the Taiga, nothing beats it though. The Taiga 6436. The Tatarin, yeah, it's not bad either though, but it's slower. It's slower than this big boy. More secure and more control and all that for real though, but in general, I can recommend this though, especially for this map. If there is a lot of deep snow that you have to hug around, yeah, just go with the Tatarin. Oh, look at that though, huh? Even tank blocks over here. Yeah, can I even get close then? I mean, with this truck, maybe I do have to get the Tatarin, which I don't think, but I start to believe. Come on. Yep, beautiful. Alright, not too bad though, not too bad. It's kind of interesting to see that these little things, right, can actually block a tank. I mean, it's massive steel, but a tank crushes almost everything it comes to, right? Can just wreck trees and all, and trees are freaking solid though. Steel crushes against trees, so a tank you might imagine though, right? But it's because of the design. It's like those little spikes that you can make, as a ninja, one might say. Caltrops. Or in some countries they are called like crow legs or something like that though. But man, what an easy design, by the way, to just get rid of tanks though, to make them stop or halt at least. And then the tank crew or some infantry has to get out, get rid of that, push to the side. Often a mobile tank brigade, something like that, I might imagine. And all creates vulnerability though. But as you can see though, it was rather easy for us to drive by. That's because we are a pro. Yeah, we are a pro. We are a pro tank driver over here. I mean, look at that though. It's like a tank, man, like not the design or anything like it, not the weight. Ooh. Well, I'm going to take that back right away. All I wanted to say though, it's sturdy as a tank. Yeah, no way. I take that back. It's a little Lada. There we go, right over here. Oh, oh well. It can fuel itself up. Wait a minute, we are not done yet. It could fuel itself up. Nice. Let's go left there. I see some Doritos right there. Although I don't like to drive over Doritos with an off-roader. Let's just do it with this one, but a little bit slower this time. Best done in high gear. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Tetrarin though would be laughing at this thing right now. You know it. Oh boy. Kind of makes you appreciate it of the Tetrarin though, doesn't it? If you realize what that thing can actually do, non-stop though, no matter what terrain. Except for ice road slopes though. Yeah, that is something you cannot fight against. That was really your kryptonite. But Imandra is conquered. There's only one mission left there. And that's kind of hard to believe though. Let's see. Yeah, this should be... Yeah, okay. Beautiful. Oh, we did not start in the morning. Yeah, that's my rule though, right? You know, I always want to start early in the morning, like a normal worker's day. And here we are. Or else we have too much night in a gameplay, and you know that feels unnatural too, very unnatural. After all, we are not working for a factory; we are working for ourselves, so we can set our own time, you know. And in a landscape like this, I don't think anybody would feel negatively about a delivery guy not delivering at night. Unless it's a radioactive thing or something that really has to get DA out of here. And we had that thing already. So, you know, like there are, of course, you know, very important missions. You know, like I can imagine there's some fire somewhere that we have to haul water to or anything like that. Then yeah, that's priority. That's nighttime. That's any time though. But visiting these locations, I will just go whenever I want. You know what would have been a cool addition to this zone? We have seen some of these vehicles though that we have to haul back to the airport. I have seen some action. But then a couple of burned out tanks will be around here. Maybe a Tiger even, and a couple of T-37s. Just talking about that, I'm not a big World of Tanks fan though, and I do like the game. The menus are getting a little bit like, wow, there's so many things right now, so many options. It doesn't feel like World of Tanks anymore. And I haven't played it for a couple of years though, so I can only imagine it's just much worse than it was before, ever before. But it's kind of fun though to just play some games like that though. Especially if you play it a little bit slow and tactical, like you should. But man, it's a lot of fun though. Just to drive a tank around, you know. It's like Hell Let Loose. It's a little bit better than Call of Duty though, in my opinion. Because you have to be analytical, right? You know, you cannot just run around and do your things here and there. It feels more like SnowRunner 2. Because if we just rush, we just tip over non-stop and lose our cargo, have to reset, have to do some recovery missions a little bit too often. And the same goes with Hell Let Loose. If you just play it as real life, you're going to stay alive for a very, very long time though. And that's where the fun comes from. Enemies have to move too, you know what I mean? Alright. Ooh. How are we going to go up here? I think right there. Yeah, I could have taken a road from there. But I think we are fine. There's actually a road to the left, as you can see. A little bit of an unofficial road, but that's cool. Come on, big boy. Ah, are you kidding me? What a shame, what a shame, what a shame. Yeah, enough deforestation here, you know, like, let's keep it a little bit more green here in Winter Wonderland. I always feel bad, though, for ripping out the smaller trees, but sometimes you just want to go, right? Am I the only one that feels a little bit bad about that, though? No matter what my map, though, no matter how green, it just feels wrong. Now look at that. Right over here. It's hard to say how significantly those fortifications contributed to the course of. Alright, I will no longer bore you. Hope you enjoyed this very brief tour. I do like conversations though of World War II and different ones. You know, like fun facts or whatsoever. Although it's kinda bad to think about fun facts. If you know what I mean. A scout is recommended. Places of military glory. Oh, I thought we had to do that over here, though. Apparently not, so lock of discord. When we arrived, some locals were very excited by our presence. We have agreed to help them with winter supplies to smooth things out. Now we only need someone to help with logistics. Would you kindly lend us a hand? Maybe a shield? Wait a minute. Medium logs? No, wait a minute. We cannot have... Oh, okay. Well, it didn't pop up though. Or was I looking somewhere else? Yeah, I was looking here. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is no issue though. Let's go. We already delivered one, of course. So this haul is going to be nice and cheap though, because that trailer costs only 14,000 compared to the 2-size logging one. But we do need a flatbed small for it. Which is an issue, of course, right? Because that's 25, almost 26k. That's a little bit much, though, if you ask me. And look at that, though. Little bunny ears right over there. Kind of looks like an owl, by the way. Yeah. Anyways, let's go. let's go. And I'm not sure if we can get a decent route out of there. But the turn with this trailer is just hell on earth, too, so... Yeah. Let's just take my favorite little route over here. We have taken plenty of times, and I think with this trailer it's not going to be too much of a hassle. But man, it is a tight spot though. Oh, there we go. Nice. Very nice. The Log of Discord. Interesting name. Well, at least they are doing something for natives around here though, right? You know, it has to be done too. You know? It's like the old American thing, baking an apple pie for your new neighbor. Just to spy what type of person he is, or she. You know, everything has a double reason, of course. Come on. It always grabs the small trees, though. Always. Yeah, the auto stuff, though, huh? We are so close, though, to our new... No. Why? Oh, why? Well, that one tips so much, I wonder. It's still in there, so... You know what I mean? We are very lucky. Wow. Yo. And that's why... Oh. It's still on. That doesn't matter though, right? You know, it would have tipped anyways. But that's why I don't like to use second trailers though, right? You know, I often use either a double one, like a very long trailer, or just anything on the back of the truck itself. Just for that reason alone. And there's another reason that is way worse than what just happened. It is that the rear trailer is always digging so deep in oh boy, so deep in mud, so deep in snow and everything else though. It is so difficult to get everything out of it. And you really do need overpowered trucks though for certain situations. So I like to avoid these things as the plague. But because I want to save some money, because we do need a little bit more money though. As you can see, 90k. That's nothing though in the game. And we are going to a new region, so I'm sure we are getting new trucks too that I want to pimp up a little bit, you know. But we could do some money grinding in Michigan, probably with the Tatarin. Yeah, that will be a nice one though, now that I think about it. The Tatarin will totally destroy that map and those time trails. Oh yeah, easy peasy for that one too, so yeah, I might be onto something. For real though, we do need a little bit more money, so I'm going to do a little bit of grinding though, off screen. I mean, a job is a job though, and if those people want to pay, then we are going to get paid, you know. Almost. Still going smooth though. Beautiful. Yeah, over this little part we have to be careful, remember? Everything did tip over, but I'm sure it will not happen before Zixi. Oh, very blinding. I kind of like to have a picture here. Alright, beautiful picture. Time is at 2000 hours. Not so bad in the end. Time really flies by though, right? You know, if you have fun. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Alright, I think we are going to the left here. Stay on the ice. It's a little bit smoother of a ride than in front of us. Although, you know, like it's not a big hassle to move on. The mud might be a little bit deeper. I don't know what's going on with my speeds today though. It's a little bit worse than normal, isn't it? Let's just go on. Yeah, let's just take a different road for once. I like to play smart, not hard. But, you know, we also want to show a different route here and there. As you can see, we're going to take this one. And this is just solid, though. That's no issue at all. By the way, we are going to the same place where we did drop off the military prototype. And, yeah, it seems like there are soldiers back in town. And that's why they want to make a little bit of a friendship though, right? You know, with the locals, by delivering them a little bit of timber. Now, a little bit of timber is an understatement because this is big timber right away, as you can see. It's a lot of it, and for a small town like that, they have over a year of firewood supplies. Now, technically it is really cold here, so let's just call that and dial that back to half a year at least. It feels like ages ago. But it's just last week though that we have been there with my jar, I believe, right? I'm not 100% certain which vehicle we used, but I think it was a jar. Yeah, that's the thing though, right? You know, like, if you keep changing your vehicles here and there, You have good experiences, but you might not even remember. So I'm going to scout for that mission though. Now I'm curious. Because we did tip over very, very close to that watchtower over there. We had to deliver something, remember? There we got the devil fingers. And let's speed up the footage. And here we are though, as you can see, just a handful, I would say, like 1, 2, 3 houses and a church. Or, yeah, okay, that's just a barn. And then there we have, let's say, a couple one that we can imagine in. I mean, he made a lot of friends though. We don't know how many people do live in one house. Normally it's quite a decent amount though, like 6 or 7. And it's very cozy though. It's very nice, right? You know, family and friends. Whoopa, there we go. Well done. Hopefully that will get the locals off my back for some time. Yeah, but now they know what they have to do though, huh? Just pester you a little bit longer and they just get what they want. Now let's do places of military glory. Stop the engine. Need a trailer detached. Oh no. There we are. Now this is going to be a lot of fun though, this little challenge. Look at that, man. It's like a minefield of rocks though, isn't it? Oh boy. It's good that we have the jar. It's pretty high up. It's kind of tip heavy though, as you can imagine. Everything is just loaded on the top. And the deep snow, it's just... Ooh, hopefully it stays stable though. And that it's not, you know, like a hidden pocket of deep mud. So far, so steady. It might not be the best approach though that I ever had to have taken on a job, but ooh, no. Good boy. Sometimes you just have to talk to your truck though, right? Sometimes it will help. Wow, imagine that though, huh? They were not done with the anti-air units. Wow, they still have 3 over there. Or maybe the smaller one to the right, because there's no pipe in the middle to turn from, might have been a machine gun nest. Maybe. So right now we have that one, and we have to get this one all the way from there, that one, and all the way over yonder. Well, I think we might do a recovery and then go just like this, right? Yeah. I'm not a big fan of recovery, by the way. I know I used it a couple of times, but I don't know, it kind of feels wrong. But it's so normal. I forgot to actually launch the game in hardcore mode, you know, that was pure accident. And once I did realize it, yeah, I was already a little bit in though, and I was like, yeah, you know what, let's just stay with it because, I don't know, man, you know, it kind of clicks right now. And that's how a journey should be, right, you know? Sometimes you have to take a different turn, and you just keep heading on, and let's see where the road takes you. And it has been a boon quite a bit though. So I'm not going to, you know, say like, oh, you know, I wish this and wish that. But, whew, it's so tempting to use the recovery though, isn't it? So we try to keep that at a max minimum. And I think I've proven that though a couple of times though, right? You know, that we have done some recovery missions and so on. It's just part of the game. It's so much fun too. It just keeps an entire different aspect to the game, and how you actually approach things. Because everybody can just do pedal to the metal though. But if you really keep in mind that you have to do some recovery missions, your driving style completely changes though. You learn so much quicker because the consequences are so extremely real. Especially in, of course, you know, hardcore. It's so brutal though. So brutal. Wow. I remember playing on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, on the PlayStation 4 it was. You know, like years and years ago, when the game did launch. And I remember, you know, like getting stuck there at Michigan, at Smithfield Dam. You know, the left side of the map, there's one huge dip. And that dip is absolutely huge though, right? It's so close to a tree. So the issue with that one is that I did tip over. I got stuck at a tree. I got another truck there. Somehow that one flipped over down the hill, almost into the river. And then my third one. Whew, that took me like 2 hours to get that one truck loose and the other one up again. I will never forget that, clearly, right? Because I'm talking about it already so many years after. And looking back, it is one of my favorite moments that I had in the game. Because I learned so much though, so incredibly much, and I'm happy that I don't have to do it again, for real. But hardships create good characters, one might say. And especially good lessons. But yeah, once you have endured a couple of hardships though, you really know how to read the terrain. But Imandra was such a surprise at the beginning because it just kicked everything that I knew just to shreds because of the snow element. It is so much deeper, by the way. I love the glitter right in front of us. Look at that. Very nice though. But yeah, you know, like it felt so different than Alaska, you know. The snow and the mud even felt different because of the snow drive then. Well, since then I just learned so much. Right now, I at this very moment, I cannot imagine driving without all these issues around. Because other maps might actually start to feel like an easy mode though again. Like what we had in actually Alaska. Time here was rather simple too, because we really got some good trucks by then. Wow, that is one massive entryway, huh? The Tatra will totally destroy this hill. For real. Yeah, I kind of wanted to pick the Tatra, right? You know, military vehicle, military places to visit. But at the same time, you know what I mean though? At the same time, it felt wrong. Because of the ice slope that we have to conquer right over there. And then that entire road. So, yeah, we could actually go past it. But nah, man, it just felt wrong, you know, for doing a precise mission. I kind of wonder how this small fort, the one that you start the game with, actually feels in Imandra. Can you imagine that truck might actually be OP, you know, the pickup truck? Just because for nostalgia reasons, you know, just some modified stuff, just on this map. Oh, I cannot imagine though, like, do people still use that truck in the later maps? I mean, why not though? That truck is really good though, if you think about it. But is it good enough? Oh, that is something I'm curious about. Huh, if you do use it, or if you tried it, do let me know, alright? I would really appreciate that. Oh, look at that. We even got ice down here. So it's good that we have not the Tetrarin with us. This place was shot up, by the way. The concrete. Yeah, look at that. A couple of impact shots there. The concrete over there. The mesh wire is gone. Nice. Alright, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Now, what's the best way to go down? The way where we came from? Or actually down here is a sneaky little road. How awesome is that? It's also... Look at the details, right? This place tells a story. And if you are a good game developer, you tell most of your story through the landscape. As you can see, that side doesn't have a cannon on it. So it means that it was made in the end of the war. You know, of World War II. A lot of these turrets are not here or there or anything like that. So that means that, sure, the need was there. But it wasn't permanent though, right? You know, as we all know clearly. And it changed rather rapidly. We have to take a sharp right here. So instead of just bulking up the defense over here, they decided to move on. And probably the production lines needed all that steel, the gunpowder, the shells, right? You know, for their tanks. Just mass produce them. Literally happened. So they scrapped this little bit. Because they were winning. It doesn't feel like this is a road, by the way. I'm just saying, right? But yeah, there it is. Woo! That was a tricky one. Man, this is a road though? No way! This is a river. Oh, this is a pure riverbed side. Although a very bad one, I might imagine. It's a miracle that the water is flowing in the states that it shows on the map. Because the rock what we are bumping at right now would just trickle the water downstream towards the trees, instead here taking the right. Right? I don't think I'm on crack though, so I think I'm correct with that. Ooh. Yo! Oh, just accelerate and keep that wincing, man. So fitting with that beautiful melody on the background. Awesome sauce. Now let's see. We can go from there, I can imagine. Or down there, but let's not do that one. Let's turn left and see how dangerous that road actually might be. Yeah, we have not been there yet. What we have done with the Tetrarin though was going YOLO right over there at the bottom slope. Although I can imagine this might not be too hard. But yeah, with the Tetrarin we went like this. And then through that little crevasse over there. So yeah, you know, let's just change the pace. Because this is not a Tetrarin. By far away from it. It's even a little bit bulkier and all. Oh boy. Didn't we had this before? Yeah, with a special job though, didn't we? The balancing is super right now. The physics, man. Only a true trucker can do all of this. Even this. This is just part of the act, alright? Because let's just show you guys how we actually get this going. You know what I mean, though? Oh yeah. Oh, look at that, balancing on a tree. Look at that, though. Like I said, only a professional can do it. Give a like if you're one of those professionals. Hoppa. Nice, though, huh? Massive bunkers, though. Look at that, overlooking the ocean right there. Massive indeed. There will be probably a cannon or two inside. Okay, only one I see. It has a smaller window in there. Not bad, though, not bad. Man, that's amazing, though, right? You know, kind of crazy that we do need these structures, though, in times of war. Especially because you can just go around it, you know, with some paratroopers, stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I mean, though? Like, that's some tough business right there. If it actually happened in World War II, by the way, by the French and the Belgians made a beautiful fortification, though, right, you know, to stop the Germans from advancing. And the Germans were like, oh, look at that. We can go through the Netherlands towards Belgium, right behind those French barricades and bunkers. Yep, and that's just what he did. The thing about it is, though, like the Netherlands and Germany have something like a historically a big brother and smaller brother friendship. And, you know, like political to economic, they are just tied together. And then the same with with Belgium and the Netherlands. Although the Belgium has the same part also, you know, like the southern part of Belgium has the same story with France. And the Netherlands and France also have a very weird relationship because of all historical things. So the French thought like, well, the Germans will not do that to their little brother, you know. And, well, Big Brother was a little bit angry in that period, let's just say. So he just did what he wanted. I think this is actually a pretty decent thing to change. Yeah, that one is just way tucked in deep snow right now. So let's just go take the Tatra. It has chained tires, which is awesome for this job. Let's just keep on going and let's just keep on plowing. I mean, what else do we have to lose, huh? Is that another ship over there? There is. Oh yeah, we did see it from that distance too. Just a matter of perspectives. Oh, I cannot wait though to get the race suspension from this guy. Oh, I'm going to be so happy about it. But I will never use this flatbed. Yeah, it's just way too small for most tasks. If it is a scout, then probably yes. But nah, why would I use a heavy for transporting a small car or anything like that though? But yeah, this truck needs module upgrades. For real though, I think we can all agree on that. It has like 4 or 5 and that's just sad though. I mean, if we do own this truck and we own a company, I think you and I could just... Well, I'm good at welding and stuff like that, right? You know, so I think we could come up with certain systems that we will make ourselves, DIY projects. Interesting, man. Look at that. Wait a minute, is that what I think it is? No, it's not. It's a frigate. Yeah, it's a small frigate. Wow, it is a very strange looking ship, though. It looks like a semi-submarine and a semi-frigate. Cool, though. The expedition is over now. You have seen all the fortification in the area. Now I'm a honorable member of this town, I suppose. And that's pretty decent though, right? You know, but yeah. cool stuff. So we have only one more mission though, the star in the sky. It's going to be interesting. Back in 41, one pilot got shot down not far from here, but managed to survive the crash and return to his comrades on foot. We would like you to recover what's left of his plane. Oh, and you will need a trailer and a crane for that. I see. So this might be a ZigZ job. Metal detector is recommended. Excuse me. Saddle high is required. So we do need a big boy. Oh, look at that. Airplane fragments recovered. We get the Dachshund. That's a tackle. And white flatbed semi-trailer. That's a reward. Okay. I appreciate it, I suppose, though. But the 18,000 is very, very welcome. So there is a semi-trailer right over there that we could just pick up. One big boy. Yeah, flat web up. That's right over there. Then we do need a metal detector and we have to go over here and we have to deliver it probably here. Oh no, that's the one that we can pick up then. Well, that's not a bad thing either. Yeah, let's just pick that one up. Go there, sure. I think we do need 2 or 3 trucks. Let's just be honest here, right? You know, let's just be honest. Now, I did see something on the map that I want to explore. Oh, look at that. That's it? Yeah, it's a little pier. Alright, interesting. It did look a little bit more epic, though, on the map, but... Oh, well, by that, I also want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay happy and healthy, though, and thank you for being part of the channel. I really appreciate you. Bye-bye.